morning, everybody. Welcome to Little Blue Homestead. I'm Tasha. Please ignore the morning mop. It is 7:30, 8-ish, and I'm late doing my morning chores. And the dog's back there letting me know. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on those. So this week I had the week off, and so as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, this week I had the week off for spring season. Mom and I usually spend 1 week together trying to get the garden going. However, this week was my beloved nephew, one of my beloved nephew's birthdays. So, happy 12th birthday. And also Joseph's birthday, which happens to be today. I think today is the 20th. I can't remember. No, today's the 19th. So we also have that. So, I'm going to show you guys a quick clip of what I did this weekend. It's a lot of moving stuff around, and first thing I moved was hay. I had a lovely property owner down the way from us who had some hay that's been sitting there, hay bales that have been sitting there for a couple of years. He was kind enough to let me take a few of them off of his property, which I'm going to use as filler. And I'll just go ahead and show you that, and then come back when I'm ready. Thanks. Everybody. Alright, so honest truth, it's been about 4 days since the last time I saw you guys. It's life. It's busy. It's hectic. And so on the weekends, I have a primary job where I'm a dispatcher, and then I have a secondary job on the weekends where I am a cashier at a discount store. And all that is so that I don't lose this beautiful place. Because at the moment, it is not considered to be a property making money right now. Because we're just getting started. And I love my house. I love my garden. Excuse me one moment. Jack! Get back up here! I love my property, so I'm doing everything I can to keep it. And if it means me having 2 to 3 jobs, I will do it until we can get some money off the property. I mean, we make maybe last year we got about 300, and that was just trial and error, trying to figure out what we can and cannot. Because we are growing in this area where there's not many people growing, it's a lot of trial and error to see what can we grow and what people around here like. So what we did is, if you remember, if you were saw a video last year, we have 3 rows. Those 1, 2, and 3 right there. Last year they were where we grew the pumpkins and some watermelons. This year we're going to do bush beans. And one row is going to be for summer spinach. I'm trying it out. It is a spinach type, I think it's called Malibu. It is a summer spinach that is a summer plant. It's a vine. It's supposed to taste like spinach, act like spinach. But it's a vine that has berries that, eat a few of them, you're okay. Eat too many, your stomach will hate you later. But I really want to try it out because I love spinach. And I had to pull all mine out. Spinach does not do good here in the summer because of the extreme heat. It kills it. Like the Texas heat kills everything else that's here. So I'm going to put that there, but I'm going to plant 2 beds of bush green beans. Now the way I got these beds going was, as you can see, we have fresh wood chips down. It was originally, all this was under black tarp. We pulled the tarp up. We laid weed barrier. This is the type that decomposes after several years. But we got weed barrier up, down on the ground. Then we put the wood chips down. Once we put the wood chips down, I went through with the hay that I got from our neighbor, which is that pile right there. And I put that down as a base because, as you know, hay decomposes. It's beautiful fertilizer and beautiful compost for the ground. Then I put some compost on top of it that we have made over the year. We put some compost. And then I put some topsoil and some manure and all that on the top. So now I got beans. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and catch back up with you. What are you doing? Okay. No. Back. I'm back. So this first row right here has harvesters, and the second row that I planted has Contender bush beans. We do tend to grow these a lot because they are what is found at the Dollar Tree. It is the American Seed Company that we use when it comes to beans, because the beans have never failed us. Honestly, Dollar Tree, Dollar General seeds have not failed us. That's how we started, and we're going to continue doing that. Now, I do have, some that I saved, and unfortunately, that was during the winter storm, and they didn't survive. And please forgive me, because I think the sugar is affecting me. I had some sugary drink today, which I usually don't. Alright, let me show you what's going on in the garden real quick. And in the greenhouse, there's magic. So, in the garden, so right now, we have trying a couple of collard greens. These are going to be cauliflower. And this lovely right here is supposed to be cabbages. We shall see. Our tea artichoke, beautiful artichoke bush is still surviving. We lost one artichoke, but we have two. In between those, we have our onions. So we have our onions. They actually made it through this winter storm pretty well. There is nothing in this bed. It is brand new. This bed was made by Joseph. Ain't he good? Well, so there's nothing in this bed. This bed is going to be for our okra. We haven't started that yet. That is going to be soon. We got beets right here and turnips. They actually did survive the winter storm. Luckily, the seeds were already in the ground and they haven't started germinating. But now that the winter storm's over, they're germinating profusely. And this is what we have. I pulled the spinach and none of the red cabbage made it through the storm. That was the last one right there. As you can see, it is dead. The broccoli is completely gone. We're letting it go to flower just so we can have some bees. There is more garlic. A brand new bed that was just put in this morning. Joseph is working really, really hard. We have him on a time schedule, which I don't know if he likes it or not. But he's on a time limit right now, and I'll show you why in a minute. But this beautiful bed he just placed in here. Then there's the bed there is one of the other beds. This one right here right now has more onions in it. All of the 5-gallon buckets that you see, all of them are potatoes. 3 different types of potatoes. Red potatoes, no Idaho. I do know we have some new potatoes and some white potatoes. I can't remember the names. But there's 3 different styles and they're all along the 5-gallon buckets. Right here is our 2 itty bitty celery. I try to grow celery. That is what's left of it. I'm hoping to get some seeds. We'll let that flower and get some seeds so we can see what happens. Second generation grown in Texas should be better than the first. This is my beautiful kale. As you can see, I harvested already. And right now I'm just letting it go to flower so that we can have bug interaction in the garden. These are my beautiful lettuce greens. I have 1, 2 butter lettuce, and 1, 2, 3. These are supposed to be romaine straight lettuce, so I can have my tacos since I'm not supposed to be eating bread. It messes up my tummy. Seriously, I can't have gluten, so I try everything. I love gluten. And this is what's left over from the carrot experiment. On this side, we have the red core, which is in the middle. This one right here, it might be a red core, or it might be a Denver half long. I do not know. And this one right here is supposed to be Denver half longs. On the opposite end, on this end, I believe these are short and sweets. Either Littlefingers or short and sweets, I do not know, but we will figure it out. We're trying to let those grow as long as we can. They still got a while to go, but they should be ready soon. Now, due to the loss of carrots, we started up a new bed. And here they are. These were planted about 2.5 weeks ago. And I don't know if you can tell, but we're getting a little bit of greens coming up finally. Got some in the middle, but everywhere else we're barely getting greens. So we're quite happy with that. The 3 beds of garlic are doing awesome. as you can tell, nutrition is very important when it comes to gardening. These are rocking it. I gave them a short haircut earlier to get rid of some of the dead ends, but they're nice and strong. These, however, you can tell the bed needs some nutrients in it, and we're slowly been feeding them, but they're still not as strong as those are those. So we need to work on this bed. And we have some beautiful, I think these are daffodils, popping up right now. Look at that beautiful flower. This is where we put, this right here is where we put our long green beans. We love them. As you can see, they're starting to come up. But they're sharing the bed with some red Russian lettuce. The lettuce is good. I love my lettuce. So does my mom. We don't know how they got there, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants. And green beans slowly going over there as well. We do plan on having beds here. We just haven't got there yet. And we got these 2 beds here. I believe these are going to be beds for either squashes or peppers. We haven't decided. Let's head on over to the greenhouse and I can show you why. Ladies and gentlemen, the mini greenhouse. This is supposed to be a chicken coop. One day it will be a chicken coop, and that will be the greenhouse. So let's go into the greenhouse. Ta-da! Tomatoes. Tomatoes. These are supposed to be raspberries. Let's see what happened. These are raspberry tomatoes, so they're supposed to be not small but mini. That is supposed to be savory. It's a pepper-like plant that you use for cooking. Those right there are more onions. We got some lettuce. And this right here is my spinach. This is supposed to be the red Malibu, I believe it's called. Don't correct me. But this is supposed to be vines. And that's what I'm having here. Just starting. Some more raspberries. Yellow pears. This is some large red cherry tomatoes. This right here is our peppers starting to take off. More peppers. As you see, they're starting. We have mint. That's peppermint. That is going to be eggplant. Some flowers. Peppermints, mint. These are going to be spinaches. I'm going to get that out soon. And some purple eggplant. This was originally outside during the winter storm we had a month and a half ago. So the fact that anything's growing, we are very happy. I'm very surprised. Then here we go with some more tomatoes. I believe these are Romas. Roma, large cherries, Roma, and brandywines, and Gardener's Delight. Over here, we got purple bumblebees, super sweets, cherry tomatoes, a couple Paul Robinsons. These right here, I think these are Paul Robinsons. Yeah. These are Paul Robinsons and ox hearts. And we got to go to the second level. Cilantro, beefsteaks, one little lonely lavender, and I don't know. Wait. Oh, that's supposed to be Mama's, that's supposed to be her squash. Where's her squash? Please don't tell me. Oh. Whew. I lied. That was not Mama's squash. Okay, so quick history. My mother's squash was starting to grow earlier and had a lot of seedlings. Something came into the greenhouse and ate the seedlings. The seedlings were on the floor, not a second level. That's why we have a second level now. There they are. Those are the replanted squash. We got some spaghettis. We got some round zucchinis. Zucchinis. Those are the Mexican style. Yeah, Mexican style. Let's see, whatever. Patty pans. Got a little action going on. Some yellow summer squash and dark green squashes. So that's what's going on. And this is the reason why we really need to get the garden in order, because some of these are going to be sold. A lot of this is going into the garden. We still got more stuff to plant, but most of the stuff that we need to plant is direct seeds. They're not really can be planted in starts, so they got to be direct seeded. But we got to get all this in the ground soon. It's coming up. I mean, look at these tomato plants. They already got their true leaves, and they're working their way up. So we got to get those beds done. We didn't get any hay, bales, and that was expected because of the COVID. A lot of things didn't happen, but we're working our way through it. So we're making beds right now, and we got to get them up and running because all of this needs to be going on in the garden, especially those squashes up there that are coming in, and some other stuff that we just planted. We got carrots in the ground. Those shouldn't take that while, but as soon as the carrots are out, we put something else in. But that's the way it is. So what I'm going to do is, since I planted those seeds, which I need to grab. Okay, since I planted seeds, I got to get them watered. Even though there's like a 25% chance of rain tomorrow night, I'm still watering. Because it's Texas, you can't. Mother Nature likes to play games. She says it's going to rain, it doesn't. She says it's going to hail, it rains. She says it's going to be a tornado, there's likely going to be a tornado, and you better buckle down. But one thing about our area is everything goes around us. Storms and big storms and everything, we're really lucky. We just get a lot of wind. So I got to water. I'm going to water the garden, and I'm also going to water the greenhouse. And I'm going to let you guys go because it is getting late and I need to get things done. Sorry, my brain just went blank. Yeah. If you can, get outside. It's beautiful. Go. I'm in a tank top. Oh well. And it's spring. But if you can get yourself outside and plant, the dogs just let themselves out again. I forgot to lock it. What did you do? He let himself out. So, get outside. Take a walk. Take an adventure. Don't be stuck inside. Yeah, we still have to wear masks some places, but at least get out. Don't be inside. Don't be blue. And enjoy Mother Nature. Fish, canoe. It's a little too cold and cool for swimming, but just get outside. Start a hobby or continue your hobby. Things happen. Just move on. And other than that, this is Tasha from Little Blue Homestead. If you like us, please subscribe and hit the like button. If not, it's perfectly fine. But other than that, I will see you guys out there. And enjoy. And be safe. Bye!